For nearly 200 years, almost every underground pipeline had the same weakness: the joints. Every connection, every coupling, every gasket was another place where problems could eventually develop. So engineers asked a completely different question. What if the joints simply disappeared? Think about every pipe we've covered so far: wood, cast iron, ductile iron, PVC, asbestos cement. Different materials, different strengths, different weaknesses. But they all had one thing in common. They were built one section at a time, and every section had to connect to the next. For generations, that's simply how pipelines were built. Then came HDPE, high-density polyethylene. At first glance, it doesn't look revolutionary. It's plastic. It's flexible. It's lightweight. But that's not what changed the industry. Fusion welding did. Instead of connecting two pieces of pipe with a gasket or a mechanical joint, the ends of the pipe are heated, pressed together, and fused into one continuous piece. When the process is done correctly, the joint becomes as strong as the pipe itself. Think about that for a second. Instead of building a pipeline, one joint at a time, engineers found a way to create one continuous pipeline. That changed everything. Fewer mechanical joints can mean fewer potential leak points. Its flexibility helps it accommodate ground movement in many applications. It doesn't corrode like traditional metal pipe. And because long sections can be fused together before installation, HDPE opened the door to construction methods that were far more difficult with many older materials. Long directional drills, river crossings, slip lining existing pipelines. Projects that once seemed incredibly difficult became much more practical. Does that mean HDPE is the perfect pipe? No. No material is. Every project is different. Engineers still consider pressure, diameter, soil conditions, installation methods, and cost before choosing a material. That's why modern water systems use many different types of pipe. Each one is designed to solve a different problem. And maybe that's the biggest lesson. The greatest breakthrough wasn't building a stronger pipe. It was changing the way engineers thought about pipelines. For generations, the challenge was building better joints. HDPE asked a different question. What if we didn't need so many joints in the first place? That's how engineering moves forward. Not by making yesterday's idea slightly better, but by rethinking the problem entirely. Every material in this series represents a moment when someone challenged conventional thinking. Wood moved water. Cast iron built cities. Ductile iron handled movement. PVC challenged the need for metal. Asbestos cement taught difficult lessons. And HDPE changed what a pipeline could be. But even with all these advancements, there was one type of pipe we haven't talked about: the giant pipelines that move enormous volumes of water across entire regions. Concrete pressure pipe. And that's where we go next. Welcome back to Under Pressure, Underground.